Today we ask a simple question with complex implications for Canada's workforce and economy. Does AI truly have the potential to replace up to 30% of clerical jobs? The short answer is yes, but the fuller story is about transformation as much as replacement. As we move through this deck, we'll separate fear from facts and focus on what this means for productivity, GDP, and practical transition strategies for workers and employers. Yes, AI has the potential to replace or transform up to 30% of clerical jobs in Canada, and, done right, this shift can raise national productivity and modestly boost GDP growth over time. The size of the benefit will depend on how effectively we manage retraining, digital infrastructure, and adoption in both the private and public sectors. A Statistics Canada study finds roughly 31% of Canadian workers, concentrated in clerical, administrative, and data processing roles, are highly exposed to AI because many tasks are routine, structured, and digital. That exposure does not mean automatic job loss. In most cases, roles are redesigned, repetitive tasks give way to oversight, exceptions handling, judgment, communication, and service quality. The key is deliberate transition planning so people move from low-value repetitive work to higher-value human work. Automating back-office functions like payroll, scheduling, record-keeping, and data entry can materially lift output per hour worked, Canada's key productivity metric. As AI tools diffuse, studies suggest a tailwind to productivity growth and a meaningful contribution to GDP from broad generative AI integration in administrative and information management workflows. These gains come from speed, accuracy, fewer rework cycles, and better information flow across organizations. AI-driven productivity can help offset Canada's demographic headwinds, especially labor shortages from an aging population. Some clerical positions will contract, but the overall macro effect is net positive when workers are reskilled into higher-value roles. The principal risk is timing. If adoption outruns retraining, we may see short-term pressure on household incomes, even as productivity and GDP improve. Smart policy and employer planning can compress the transition period. Canada captures the dividend if we act on three fronts. First, training and transition. Invest in digital, analytical, and quality assurance skills for clerical staff. Second, public sector adoption. Many government clerical workflows are AI-ready and can reduce backlogs and delays while improving service. Third, infrastructure and guardrails. Ubiquitous broadband, strong privacy standards, and secure data frameworks accelerate safe diffusion and ensure benefits show up in measured GDP. AI will likely automate a large share of clerical tasks, around 30% of positions, while boosting productivity and GDP through efficiency. Outcomes depend on how we balance automation with inclusive skill building and modern infrastructure. If Canada treats this as a skills and systems upgrade, not a headcount exercise, AI can power one of our largest productivity upswings since the early 2000s. This analysis draws on Statistics Canada for exposure estimates, the Bank of Canada's work on digitalization and productivity channels, and policy research analyzing AI's potential contribution to Canadian productivity and GDP. Statistics Canada, Meddy and Morissette, 2024, quantified high-exposure occupations and clarified that exposure does not equal inevitable job loss. Bank of Canada, Mullins and Taskin, 2023, detailed how digitalization feeds productivity, framing channels through which AI can lift output per hour. Public Policy Forum, Nicholson, 2024, synthesized how AI could strengthen Canadian productivity and prosperity. Conference Board of Canada, Real Talk, outlined workplace implications of generative AI for Canada's productivity gap. Bank of Canada, 2024, mapped AI's macro linkages to central bank concerns, emphasizing diffusion and policy context. Viewers can pause here to view the full citations and follow links to the source material. There is more fact-checking information to discover.